Shalom, shalom. Call halal Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Wakar Kwadash. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations unto the elect of Israel, and to speckled bird Israelites that are scattered abroad that look like the heathen nations. To y'all say shalom, and shalom to all you brothers and sisters that may be out there listening and learning to these videos, and shalom to all you brothers, all you Akim that's out there in the highways and byways laboring and in sincerity and in the truth for Yahweh by Shemi Shai these latter times, trying to wake up the elect so we get up out of here. I also want to say this video is for the Israelites only, and the Israelites today who you call so-called black, so-called Hispanic, Native American, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Jamaican, Haitian, Guatemalans, the media. Those are the Israelites today, always have been and always will be. But I'm basically coming back at y'all with another video today on diesel shortages. This article on Newsbreak. Let me see if I can see that. Y'all probably can see that. I don't know if y'all can, but it says diesel shortage leaves U.S. with just 25-day supply as demand surges, and just in time for the folly days. You know, just in time for the end of this year. You know, because we know this devil. You know, let me get this in Revelations, because you know, if you new coming to this truth, you know you Israelite, you believe you're Israelite, right? You gotta know who the devil is. You gotta know who your enemy is, and that's the so-called white race, so-called, because they're not really white. You know, they're pale, they're red, You know, they're the Edomites according to the Bible, the nation that the Lord hates, right? I'm gonna get this in Revelations, right? Because everything that's happening right now is all by design. You know, the whole collapse of everything. But it's Yahweh Shemi Shai pulling the strings. He's using Esau as the puppet, you know, to get everything going. Right? This is Revelation 12 and verse 12. It says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. Right? For the devil has come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time." You see? So this man, Esau Edom, he knows that he doesn't have much time left, man. You know? That's why there's shortages of everything. You know, so they say. You know, you go into these stores, also there's shortages of food, or, you know, the prices of food are skyrocketing. You know, you go to the gas pump, you know, the gas prices are high. Now, I know last week with the gas went up probably like, was it 30 cents, 40 cents last week, but it dropped back down. So, you know, Esau, Edom, they like to play games, man. You know, they like to play games, but, you know, with this diesel shortage, you know, hey, this is going to affect everything, because trains use diesel, you know, semi-trucks use diesel. If I'm not mistaken, boats use diesel too. So, and these different, you know, forms of transportation that I just named, boats, trains, semi-trucks. I mean, you even got, you know, the regular trucks that you drive, you know, that's your own personal vehicle. Some of them take diesel too, right? But the main ones I mentioned that take diesel, right? You know, if there's no more diesel, you know, it runs out. How are they going to get to and fro, right? You know, because that's going to lead to that famine happening quicker. And on top of that, you got different rivers like the Mississippi River. You got the rivers over there in the western side of the United States and in the northeast United States over there drying up. It's all the Lord. But with this diesel shortage, man, you know, hey, it's gonna speed everything up. I think I did a video on this a couple months ago, but you know, everything's at the Lord's will, man. Everything's on the Lord's time, right? Let's get that in the book of Habakkuk chapter 2, right? Because it's happening, right? And it will happen. This system will collapse, right? The Lord's bringing everything down, right? What's that? Habakkuk chapter 2. See if I can find it. I thought I just seen that. Habakkuk chapter 2. Slakia. It says, I'm gonna start at verse 1. It says, "I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower." Right? So we have to be on guard, right? You know, it says, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I'm approved. So we gotta watch, you know, on the news. We gotta see what's going on around the world. So like with the current events, and you know, when we get the feedback, you know, on these different articles and when they put out, then we tell Israel, right? Which we know only the elect is gonna wake up, right? Hence this video. You know, I seen this report and I'm making a video on it to warn the sheep, right? It says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision, meaning the prophecy. It says, and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. So we have to break this down so you can understand it properly, and so you can get the knowledge and you can, you know, go teach, you know. It says, for the vision, here's the point, right? Because I said I did a video, I believe, concerning the same thing, but this could be the real thing this time, right? It says, for the vision, meaning the prophecies, is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, though it seem like it's, you know, it's lagging, you know, it's falling behind, it's not happening when we wanted to, you know, it says, wait for it, because it will surely come, and it will not tarry. You see? And things are really not tarrying. If you look around, things ain't tarrying. You just got to be paying attention. You got to be on that watchtower, right? You know, just because you don't hear no noise, say if you, make an example, like, because in the ancient world, we had literal watchtowers, and in the ancient world, we would actually physically, you know, be sitting at the top. But now it's more so of a spiritual thing because, you know, we're not sovereign. We don't have our own land. We don't have watchtowers to sit upon and warn, you know, Israel when the enemy's coming, right? But now, you know, it's a spiritual thing. We watch the news. I would say the tower, I would compare it to like the internet, you know, because that's the main thing we use to you know, filter, you know, what's going on through the scriptures, and we let y'all know what's going on, you know, in the world is via the internet. So that's like the tower, you know, and everybody has access to the internet. So, you know, when you see this, you know, you get edified, you know. So you know, if you're not on that tower, you're not paying attention, you know, you're not being diligent, you're not searching up things, you're not, you know, paying attention to things, or you ignoring it, then how you gonna be ready for the enemy, right? Which our main enemy is Esau, Edom, right? That's the nation who the earth has been given unto, the wicked, right? Which really all the nations are enemies, not just Esau, Edom. But with this diesel running out, you know, possibly, you know, it says 25 days support, man. Hey, you know, I'm gonna just read what they said, right? And this video, I don't intend on for it to be in too long. It says the Biden administration called the nationwide diesel supply unacceptably low and is looking at all options to build up the national supply to help reduce prices. Now we know this devil is lying, man. You know, he blew up the you know, supposedly, you know, but I believe they did do that. America blew up that Nord Stream pipeline. Right, let's get Psalms 55 and 21. It says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but wool was in his heart. Right, meaning in his mind, because, you know, like I just read, Biden said that he's looking at all options to build, you know, the nation's supply, but meanwhile they be stabbing these other nations in the back, because these America be talking to these different nations, like they be like, you know, egging them on to, like, you know, get mad or do certain things. It's like America acts like they're trying to help, but they really not trying to help. That's why the Lord's gonna have these different nations pelt missiles over here, man. You know, and America has missiles and ICBMs too, but America, this whole land mass is gonna be destroyed completely, entirely. You know, because this is that great horde that set up apart many waters, right? I want to get this in second Esdras, right? Because there's shortages in so many different things, man. You know, we're in the age of I think it was an article concerning, it was something in Europe. We're in the age of instability or something to that effect. You know, so You know, this is the new norm, you know, for the world to be in chaos. That's the times we're living in. You know? You can get this. Let me try to find the scripture in Second Esdras 16. It says, matter of fact, I'm gonna get verse 2 of 2 Esdras 16. It says, a sword is sent upon you, who may turn it back? Right? It says, a fire is sent among you, who may quench it? It says, plagues are sent unto you, what is he that may drive them away? Because these shortages, in every category. Food. They was even talking about shortages of clothes, medicine, everything. We ain't gonna have shortages in the kingdom. You know? We ain't gonna have that in the kingdom. You know, in this kingdom, everything is limited. You know, these devils, it may seem like they got everything, but it ain't what it appears to be, obviously, because, you know, there's shortages, you know, and these devils is doing it. But it's really, how about Shmi Shai? It says, may any drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in the stubble once it has begun to burn? Right. You can't drive away that hungry lion, man. When it's hungry in the wood, and it sees something it won't, just like these plagues, man. These plagues is that time, man, you know. It's time for it to, you know, reach its potential. The Lord said he was fed up with this place, man. You know? And it's like a fire. Right? It says, verse 8, it says, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, who is he that can drive them away? Right? Nobody on this planet can turn back what's happening. You can't turn back COVID. You can't turn back to, you know, pre-COVID. You just can't do it. Right? We're not living in the golden age of America no more, where everybody's happy and, you know, you gonna live carefree. Them days is over. I guarantee you them days is over. You know? It says, a fire should go forth from his wrath, but who is he that may quench it? You see? You can't quench this, man. You know, this is the Lord doing this ultimately, you know, through Esau. I'm gonna give verse 14. It says, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they return upon the earth. So they're not going to stop until, you know, the Lord, you know, has the plagues do whatever they do. You know, the missiles, these different prophecies that have to pop off, they have to play out, man. They're not gonna stop until they come and play out all the way. Right? I'm gonna give verse 17. It says, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Right? The beginning of sorrows, great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? You see? So all these things happening, mourning, sorrow, famine, death, you know, these different shortages, which, you know, ultimately lead us up to all those things, you know, because I just explained it. You know, diesel is used in a lot of different forms of transportation that we need to get our supplies. And if there's a, you know, shortage of that, or it's running out, you know, it's gonna cause a famine, you know, which it will happen. It's biblical, you know. So you Jakes, man, you gotta wake up out of this sleep y'all in, man. You know, you gotta snap out of it, man. You know, but we don't the elect is gonna snap out of it. You know, like it says right here in verse 20, it says, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, they'll be always mindful of the scourges. Right? It says, but victuals shall be so good, cheap, talking about the food upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, the sword, famine, and great confusion. Right? And that's what's happening, man. You got a lot of people confused. They don't understand why things are happening like the way they're happening. You know, because why? They don't have the Spirit of the Lord on them. Right? I'm going to get this. In verse 22 it says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish in famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. See? So that famine is coming. Right? And the Lord is using different things to cause that. Because these devils also, they burn down a lot of food processing plants. It's like 100 or something this year. You know? And I even did videos on that. you know, and the Lord is making them do that so this famine could come as prophecy, right? It says, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. And also, I was thinking about too with the diesel shortages, and since boats run off diesel and the rivers are drying up, right? That could be another reason to like not even have these barges or different boats that carry food and resources that we need, for them to stop even going on the rivers before they completely dry up. That could be another thing that they could do. So it's all coming down, man. So you either gonna seek Yahweh Shai or you not, right? Because this is ultimately what's gonna happen, man. It says there should be no man left until the earth. A lot of people gonna die, man, soon. It says the trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? That's the question. The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men, right? So that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. So it's gonna be so empty, so lonely. You're gonna desire to hear somebody's voice because you ain't talked to somebody in like 20 days. You ain't even spoke a word, maybe to yourself, but you ain't spoke to a group of people or somebody else individually. So it's about to get bad out here, man. Right, just in time for the flu season, and winter time is about to hit. I mean, it didn't feel like it was winter or cold outside today. It was warm outside here. That's another reason we gotta get out of here, man. It's weather, man. It be going up and down. It be strange, man. We skip down. And this is gonna affect, people's work livelihoods, their work, right? It says, I'm gonna skip down to verse 40. It says, "O my people, hear my word, make you ready to thy battle, and even in those days, and those evils be as pilgrims upon the earth." So, in those days, we got to be on the move. It says, "He that selleth, let us he that be that let him be as he that fleeth away, and as he that buyeth as one that will lose." So, and that's why also I think there was a article that came out about massive layoffs coming. And I think they closed down a lot of stores like, Walgreens out here. And I was trying to think of why they was doing that. But, it's just another confirmation that everything is crumbling, everything is coming down, And that's going to cause layoffs too. People ain't going to be able to work. They can't keep their business up and running if they can't, provide for the people, because that's their whole business. The people that own these barges, or they own these different companies that process the food that the barges transport the food on to even get to us. People gonna be losing their jobs left and right, and that's when the violence is going to increase and intensify. It says, "He that occupieth merchandise as he that hath no profit by it." It says, "And he that buildeth as he that shall not dwell therein." You see, so we gotta be ready to give up this world, man. I'm gonna get this in the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 18. Right? And I might come back and do another video, Lord willing. Because I didn't want this video to be too long, and it's already 18 minutes. So, it says, this is not 6 and 18, 6 and 19. It says, "Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, and where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do break through nor steal." You see, so we can't, have our treasures, our cares, our pleasures, in this world, man. We just can't, because the average person that wants the society to keep going, or they also all they care about is their career or their future, they would see that and be alerted. They would be sad, But us, we want these things to happen, right? I'm gonna get this in 2 Ezra 6 and 22, because this is coming, man. I keep making videos about this famine and stuff, man. It's just on my spirit, man. It's coming. It says, "And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown," right? Hey, diesel shortages, hey, it says the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Right, because the average person, they're not paying attention to this, man. They're not. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man hear, they should be suddenly afraid. So when they hear that there's no more food in the stores because of, certain shortages, or they gotta rationalize it, you gotta take this thing like the MOTB, or whatever Esau do, man, to get it. Then you're gonna be testing that day. You're gonna be afraid, but you wasn't paying attention. Ultimately, to what was going on, you wasn't paying attention. You wasn't seeking Yahweh Shai. You wasn't repenting. You wasn't praying. You was denying it the whole time. So you're going to suffer from these different things. You ain't even preparing carnally, like physically, for what's to come. And that's what you Jakes get, man. That's what you Jakes get. But yeah, I'll close out because I don't want this video to be too long. Lord willing, this video was edifying. I'm gonna give all praises, all honor, glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakah Kodash, double honor to the elders, apostles, great millstone. Shalom to the elect. Wah, wah, wah.